Another problem that I saw yesterday was some kids do not know how to take notes, or what are they supposed to be taking notes on? So we're going to talk about that today. The first thing you want to do is you want to look at that graphic organizer that you made with your park. So as I'm looking at this one that's not of Denali, but it's one of Yellowstone, I'm looking through and see bicycling, backcountry camping, Old Faithful area, picnicking, Monmouth Hot Springs, wildlife, and volcano. Those are a lot of choices. Which one do I think would be the most exciting to go see? Well, if I was picking one of his, I would probably pick maybe Old Faithful. I've heard of Old Faithful before. It's very famous. Maybe that's something that I think I really want to see. So I would be looking for that first. I'd be going there and finding notes. Now, I'm actually going to show you something that we found for Denali. So in Denali, under Plan Your Visit, is kennels. So if she went down here, it's kennels. And it's all these things about kennels. And I am an animal lover. You guys know that. So one thing I might actually really want to do if I went to Denali is actually go see kennels. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to start taking notes to try to persuade people to actually go see these kennels. So go down. Okay. Let's see. Denali's canine rangers connect the past to the present. Sled dogs and rangers continue to work together to protect the forest of the parks as they have since 1920. Well, I do think that's interesting that these sled dogs help protect the park since 1920. So I'm going to go to my note cards and I'm going to put source 1. And I'm going to come down here with my fact, and I'm going to type, sled dogs and rangers protect park since 1920. That's a little history about sled dogs. They've been protecting the park since 1920. Is that exactly what the other page said? No, I'm putting it into my own words. I'm not making sentences. Okay, go back to the Denali page. Okay, so I'm going to keep reading. This is interesting. You can reach it 3 ways. Cars, bus, or foot. I'm not sure that I think that's noteworthy. I mean, it's good we know how to get there, but does that really tell, would that convince my reader that I should go see sled dogs? Maybe not. So I'm not going to put that on there right now. Keep going. Okay. Visiting in the winter. So if I actually went there in winter, the kennels focus on preparing for multi-night trips in the park. You may get to see teams packing or harnessing to leave for a run. Teams return from a run, or you may find a few dogs in the kennel as they rest out in the park. If the entrance to the kennel is blocked, the facility is closed. And then it gives us things not to do. Now, I think this might be neat to actually go and visit. So I'm going to go back to my notes, and I'm going to make a new note card, and I'm going to put source 1, and I'm going to put my fact, and so I'm going to put in winter months, may see a team getting harnessed, or on a run. See, I think that would be really cool to actually get to see sled dogs in action. I think that would be really, really neat. Okay, let's go back to Denali, and I'm going to keep coming down. Service dogs and pets. This might be interesting considering I have dogs, and if I was going camping in Denali, if I don't have somebody to watch Dash, I might want to take Dash with me. Let's read about this. To keep the sled dogs, your pet, and all of our visitors happy and healthy, pets are prohibited from the kennels at all times. Well, Dash is a dog. Why couldn't Dash go see the other dogs? During ranger demonstrations in the summer, an unknown pet in the area will trigger a pack response in our kennels that causes all the dogs to bark and lunge and jump an attempt to scare the unknown animal from their home. This creates a very dangerous environment for the people hoping to pet and visit with the Denali sled dogs before and after the program. It would also make it impossible for attendants to hear the ranger, and we cannot be able to safely hook up and run a demonstration team for the crowd if the outside pets are in the area. That's a lot of information, and I'm learning more than just one thing. I'm learning that you can't have your pets there, but I'm also learning again that I can see demonstrations and hear a ranger speak. So there's like 2 note cards there. So let's go back to our note cards. Okay. And source 1, fact, rangers speak and give demonstrations about sled dogs. And this is actually another fact, but I'm going to put it on here. Hit enter, please. And will you please write, can pet a sled dog? Okay, and now go to another note card. Source 1, fact, pets may trigger pack to lunge, bark, and jump and create a hazardous environment. That's important to know. Okay, go back to the kennels. Okay, so now we're going to keep going down. Oh, look at all these pictures, all these places to go. Keep going down. Oh, adopt a retired. I might want to read that next after I read this page, because maybe I'll want to know about adopting a retired dog. Okay. The sled dogs at Denali have been important to the park for so long they have become a part of a resource and a cultural tradition worthy of protection. The dogs in the kennels where they live represent important pieces of American story. They have cultural significance representing both the Native Alaskan and the pioneer experience in the far north, and have a role in the history of Alaskan's first national park. These are the only sled dogs in the United States that help protect a national park and the wildlife, scenery, and wilderness therein, and it has been this way nearly as long as there has been a park here. That's some good information. So go ahead and go back to our note cards. Okay, again, source 1, fact, been important to park for a long time. Have become a culture and a resource. Okay, next note card. Source 1. Fact. Represent a piece of American story. And you can abbreviate American as AM because these are my notes. And I know that's America. AM, yep, and then story. Can you capitalize that AM for me though, so that I am aware it's not AM, it's like, yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, and then hit enter after the story. Again, I'm going to put more than one note on here. We only need one fact, but I'm actually going to put something else. Represent Native American, or sorry, Native Alaskan, and pioneer experience. Okay, and then new note card. Source 1, fact, only sled dogs to protect a national park. All right, so we've had a lot of notes just off that one page, that site. Can we go back to our graphic organizer? I think that's there. So as I'm looking for this, I'm looking for 3 topics. One of my topics is going to be kennel dogs. If I go to my sources, I don't know if we put that up there. Can we look for sources? Thank you. Go down to sources. Thank you. Up, go back. Go to classwork. Go to classwork. Now go down to sources. Thank you. Click on this. So, can you go down a little bit? When we do an outline, we're thinking about what topic we want to do, because we actually need to just pick 3 things we're going to really focus on. And one of these body paragraphs is going to be about kennel dogs. It's going to be, that whole paragraph is going to be about kennel dogs. So then I'll only need to pick 2 more things to talk about. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, get to work.